A Maine Coon sits at the edge of the hallway, almost too large for the narrow strip of morning light on the floor. His thick tail moves once slowly, like a quiet question mark. He does not rush toward you, does not leap into your lap, does not demand attention like a kitten. Instead, he watches, blinks, and lets out a soft chirping trill that sounds less like a meow and more like he is trying to start a conversation. At first, this is what makes the Maine Coon feel almost magical. They are huge, gentle, intelligent, and strangely dog-like, but not in the way many people expect. The secret most owners miss is that the Maine Coon is not just a big fluffy cat with a friendly personality. This breed was shaped by survival, cold weather, working instincts, and a deep need for respectful companionship. When you understand that, the way they follow you, talk to you, watch your routine, and keep a little emotional distance begins to make perfect sense. The Maine Coon story begins in the cold northeastern United States, especially the coastal farms and harbor towns of Maine. In the early 1800s, before the breed had a polished show name or a fan base on the internet, large long haired cats were already living around barns, ships, and rural homes in New England. These cats had one job: survive. They hunted rodents, handled freezing winters, moved through rough wooden barns, and learned to live beside humans without becoming completely dependent on them. That rugged background is one reason the Maine Coon became known as America's native long haired cat. There are many legends about where the Maine Coon came from. Some people once claimed they were part raccoon because of their bushy tails, but biologically, that is impossible. Others imagined they came from long-haired ship cats brought by sailors, or even from cats connected to old European royal stories. The truth is less fairy tale and more fascinating. The breed likely developed from long-haired cats brought by ships and local short-haired cats already living in the harsh Maine climate. Over generations, nature favored cats with thick coats, large paws, strong bodies, hunting skill, and enough social intelligence to live near people without losing their independence. That is why the Maine Coon's appearance is not random. The shaggy coat is not just decorative. It helped protect the cat from wet, cold weather. The large paws helped them move across snow and uneven ground. The heavy tail could wrap around the body like a warm scarf. The tufted ears, thick ruff, strong chest, and muscular frame all tell the story of a cat built for a difficult environment. When you look at a Maine Coon, you are not just looking at a pet. You are looking at a piece of survival history wrapped in fur. By the late 1800s, the Maine Coon had become famous enough to appear in early American cat shows. One of the most important moments came in 1895, when a brown tabby Maine Coon named Cosi won Best in Show at a major cat show at Madison Square Garden in New York. That moment helped place the breed in the spotlight, but the fame did not last forever. In the early 1900s, Persian cats and other long-haired breeds became fashionable, and the Maine Coon nearly disappeared from the show world. For a while, some people even believed the breed was fading away completely. But the Maine Coon returned, and that comeback says a lot about why people love them today. They were not loved because they looked fragile or exotic. They were loved because they felt real. They were big, practical, beautiful, affectionate, and steady. They carried the personality of a working cat, but also the softness of a family companion. This balance is the part many new owners misunderstand. Many people hear the phrase, gentle giant, and assume a Maine Coon will act like a giant teddy bear. They imagine a huge cat that wants to be held all day, cuddled constantly, and treated like a fluffy baby. Some Maine Coons are very affectionate, but the breed's affection is often quieter and more intelligent than that. They may follow you from room to room, sit near your desk, sleep beside your bed, or watch you cook dinner. But many do not want to be squeezed, carried for long periods, or forced into lap time. This is where owners often make the first mistake. They confuse closeness with physical control. A Maine Coon may want to be near you without wanting to be trapped in your arms. They may love your presence while still wanting their feet on the ground. When an owner keeps picking them up, hugging them tightly, or interrupting their calm observation, the cat may begin to pull away. Not because they are cold, but because their trust is being rushed. Researchers have been studying the cat-human bond more seriously in recent years, and one thing is becoming clear. Cats are not simply less loyal dogs. Their social world works differently. A study from the University of Tokyo, published in the journal Animal Cognition, found that domestic cats could recognize their owner's voice, even when they did not visibly rush to respond. That matters because it shows something many cat owners feel but cannot always prove. A cat may hear you, know you, and understand your importance, even if the response is subtle. Springer 1, this fits the Maine Coon beautifully. A Maine Coon may not always come running the second you call. Instead, he may turn one ear, lift his head, blink slowly, or answer with a quiet trill from across the room. If you expect dog like obedience, you may think he is ignoring you. But if you understand feline communication, you realize he is responding in his own language. The response is smaller, but it is still meaningful. Another study from Nottingham Trent University, published in PLOS 1, explored how owner personality and lifestyle are connected with cat well being. The researchers found that the way humans manage, interact with, and emotionally relate to their cats can affect the cat's lifestyle and welfare. In simple terms, your cat is not living in a vacuum. Your routines, stress level, patience, and expectations shape the environment your cat has to adapt to. PMC2. For Maine Coons, this matters even more because they are socially present cats. They notice routines, they watch doors. They learn when you wake up, when you feed them, when you leave, when you sit down, and when the house becomes calm. They are often described as dog-like because they follow people, greet them, and remain involved in family life. But their emotional style is still feline. They want connection with choice. The second owner mistake is underestimating their intelligence. A bored Maine Coon can become noisy, destructive, restless, or demanding. This is not because the cat is badly behaved. It is because a breed with a working cat background needs more than a food bowl and a sofa. Maine Coons often enjoy puzzle feeders, climbing areas, water play, gentle training, scent games, and interactive hunting toys. If their mind is not used, their body will find another job. That job may be knocking objects off shelves, waking you up early, opening cabinets, dragging toys across the room, or chirping at you until you respond. Many owners punish this behavior or label the cat as stubborn, but often, the cat is asking for structure. A Maine Coon that has nothing to solve will create a problem to solve. The third mistake is believing their size means they are low maintenance. A Maine Coon is large, but that does not mean tough in every way. Their coat needs regular care, especially around the chest, belly, and back legs where mats can form. Their joints carry more weight than smaller cats. Their diet must support slow, healthy growth, not rapid weight gain. And because the breed is associated with certain inherited health risks, responsible care matters deeply. One of the most discussed health concerns in Maine Coons is hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, often called HCM. This is a heart condition where the heart muscle becomes abnormally thick, which can affect how the heart pumps blood. Research involving Maine Coon cats, including studies published in the Journal of Veterinary Internal Medicine and work connected with veterinary genetics research, has examined the relationship between Maine Coons and mutations linked with increased HCM risk. The University of California, Davis Veterinary Genetics Laboratory, also notes that a mutation in the MYBPC3 gene has been associated with increased risk for HCM in the breed. PMC3, this does not mean every Maine Coon will develop heart disease. It means owners should treat health screening seriously. A beautiful kitten, a huge body, or a famous-looking face should never distract from responsible breeding, genetic awareness, and veterinary checkups. The real Maine Coon secret is not just personality. It is that this breed needs thoughtful ownership. There is another thing many owners miss. Maine Coons often mature slowly. Physically and emotionally, they may keep a kitten-like playfulness for years. Some do not fully reach their adult size until around 3 to 4 years old. This can surprise people who expect a large cat to behave like a calm adult early. You may have a cat that looks enormous but still plays like a goofy teenager. That combination is part of the charm, but it also means training and routine should begin early and continue gently. A Maine Coon's voice is also part of the secret. Many do not simply meow in the ordinary way. They chirp, trill, murmur, and make soft conversational sounds. This can make them feel incredibly expressive, almost as if they are commenting on your life. But again, owners can misread this. A talkative Maine Coon is not always begging for food. Sometimes he is greeting you. Sometimes he is asking for play. Sometimes he is responding to movement outside the window. Sometimes he is simply participating in the household. If you answer every sound with food, you may accidentally train constant food demanding behavior. If you ignore every sound, you may miss a real need. The better approach is to observe the pattern. What time does the sound happen? Where is the cat standing? Is the tail high and relaxed or low and tense? Are the ears forward, sideways, or flattened? Is the cat leading you toward a door, a toy, a bowl, or a window? Maine Coons communicate with the whole body, not just the voice. Here is the first thing you can do starting tonight. Give your Maine Coon a daily working cat ritual. This does not need to be complicated. Choose 10 to 15 minutes at the same time each evening and use a wand toy, feather toy, or moving prey style toy. Let the cat stalk, wait, chase, pounce, and finally catch. The catching part matters. A hunting sequence without a catch can leave the cat frustrated. After the play session, offer a small meal or treat. This follows the natural pattern of hunt, catch, eat, groom, and rest. This simple routine can change the entire mood of a Maine Coon. A cat that was restless at night may begin settling more easily. A cat that bothered you while you worked may become more patient. A cat that seemed demanding may simply have needed a predictable outlet for instinct. Remember, this breed carries the memory of barn cats and ship cats. Their body still wants purpose. Here is the second thing you can do. Respect the near you, not on you style of affection. Create places where your Maine Coon can be close without being handled. Put a large cat bed near your desk. Place a sturdy cat tree near the family room. Leave a soft blanket near the couch, but not directly on your lap. When your cat chooses to sit nearby, do not immediately grab or pull them closer. Let closeness stay voluntary. Over time, this can build more trust than forced cuddling ever could. Many cats become more affectionate when they realize affection is not a trap. A Maine Coon may begin by sitting 3 feet away, then beside you, then leaning against your leg, then placing a paw on you. The slower path often creates the deeper bond. Here is the third thing you can do. Build a care routine before problems appear. Brush the coat in short, calm sessions before mats develop. Touch the paws gently before nail trims become stressful. Practice looking at the ears and mouth without turning every check into a battle. Reward calm cooperation with treats, praise, or play. And for health, ask your veterinarian about appropriate screening, especially for heart health, hips, and breed-related concerns. This is where good ownership becomes emotional. Because when you care for a Maine Coon properly, you are not just maintaining a beautiful coat or managing a big body. You are telling the cat every day that their trust is safe with you. You are learning their rhythm instead of forcing them into yours. The Maine Coon is not special because it is the biggest cat in the room. It is special because it carries two worlds inside one body. One part is the rugged working cat of cold barns, wooden ships, and snowy farms. The other part is the warm companion who follows you through the house, chirps when you speak, and rests nearby like a quiet guardian. And this is the truth most owners miss. The Maine Coon does not need you to treat it like a dog, a baby, or a living decoration. It needs you to treat it like a highly social, intelligent cat with history in its bones. When you do that, the breed becomes even more remarkable. The staring from the hallway becomes communication. The trills become conversation. The following becomes trust. The independence becomes respect. So tonight, when your Maine Coon walks into the room and stops just outside your reach, do not see distance. See choice. When he watches you instead of climbing onto you, do not assume he is uninterested. He may be doing exactly what this breed has done for generations, staying close, staying aware, and deciding that you are part of his world. That is the quiet beauty of the Maine Coon. They do not always give love loudly. They give it steadily. They give it by being present, by learning your habits, by answering in small sounds, by choosing the same room again and again. And once you understand that, you stop asking why your Maine Coon is not acting like the cat you expected. You start seeing the extraordinary cat already in front of you. If this video changed the way you see your cat, share it with a fellow cat lover. And if you want to keep learning what your cat is really telling you, subscribe. There's a lot more coming. See you in the next one.